Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading. We are in May energy and we are planting those seeds for what what we've been dreaming about, what we've been thinking about, what we've been focusing on, what we want for the future. So it's really important that we pause. Because when we pause, we start to see the actions, the whole picture. We start to see a different perspective even that we need to move in. So when we're busy running around and we're worrying about this and we're worrying about that, and we've got pressure for this and pressure for that, when we pause, we can just take a moment to see things in a different light, from a different view, through different lenses, whatever words you want to use. And that is when the magic happens. That is the negative energy working when we are just completely focusing on what keeps us busy. So Spirit is wanting you to pause so you can see your path, right? And it's, just a little 5 cents worth of advice. Keep it simple. All right, I'm going to do 3 cards. You know the deal. The left, the right, or the middle. You choose whichever one. And that is your reading for today. Left, right, middle. Lefties. So this is, I love when cards affirm what they were talking about a moment ago. This is about seeing things from that different perspective. And yet, there they are, still holding hands, right? So, I have to cover that up apparently. So I forget about that sometimes. This is really allowing your others in your life to, see, behave, do differently to you. And that's okay. Doesn't mean you hate them. Just means you get them, but you're not going to do that, whatever that is. And funny thing is that we have an election this weekend in Australia, and so you might have people in your life who are really rusted on to voting a particular way. That doesn't mean you have to. You do you, and enjoy that. Righties. And here we are, you're collaborating with someone. And this is really important, actually. When you sort of feel like you know what your purpose is and where you're headed and what you're doing, it can feel like a lonely journey. And so Spirit is saying when you find someone else, and then, okay, this card kind of looks like it's a relationship. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship, could be any kind of thing. Some other person, a co-worker, a boss, a project or an idea that really you can work together to make this thing happen. So Spirit is saying it's going to be fun. Whatever you're kind of thinking, oh, I can't do that. Well, actually, you can do that. It might actually be fun. Middle card. If you pick the middle card, you are just completely rusted on, completely focused on everything that can and will go wrong. Your mind just goes there. You're just like, oh, if I do that, this can happen. If I do this, that'll happen. Everything is going to be wrong. And Spirit's like, yeah, so see this guy over here? He did that too, right? So he did that too. And he's just all stoned now. And that's not a good place to be in. So Spirit is encouraging you to stand up. The legs here are starting to turn to stone. You stop thinking negatively. Know that energy follows thought. Stand up. Walk out of that cave. Because what do you see? You see the light at the end of the tunnel. And if we're not looking at it, and he's not looking at it, if you're not looking at the light at the end of the tunnel, how will you ever find it? How will you ever step in that direction if you're always telling yourself, I can't, I couldn't, I shouldn't? Sometimes it seems like that's the truth. Sometimes it seems like that's fate and Spirit stopping you. Fight back, because Spirit loves a good fight and we can do it. No more fate bullshit. All right. Have a great day.